Strip malls are a recognizable piece of the suburban fabric. They make suburban environments distinguishable due to their commonality. While they most often host chain businesses and big box stores, they are a welcoming host to small businesses as they typically have lower rent compared to large-scale malls. On the other hand, they are typically one-level, monotonous buildings with little actual connection to the surrounding context. Historically, strip malls have been designed primarily based on function. By definition, strip mall means an open-area retail shopping complex consisting of stores, restaurants, and other businesses in adjacent spaces or storefront under one roof that may have a sidewalk in front with each space or storefront opening onto a common parking area. Following the form of strip malls, each tenant of the building is under a type of contract with an owner, paying rent. The strip malls themselves are a small piece within the realm of consumerism as the trajectory of online shopping has steadily increased over the last decade. Within the first ring of suburbs of the Twin Cities, the older, existing strip malls have peppered throughout the suburbs, taking up valuable space with their large parking lots and high vacancies. Strip malls have the ability to create a repellent and disengaging environment, and therefore inhibit us from forming a sense of connection to the places we live. While a typically dilapidated area, strip malls pose a possible piece of the urban fabric that has the ability to easily adopt change and foster an identity. Could these areas of commerce that lack suburban identity become something more with locality? Instead of a monofunctional area, could they become multifunctional? This strip mall, placed in a sea of commerce within St. Louis Park, Minnesota, is one example of a typical monotonous strip mall. Nestled between the intersection of Highway 100 and I-394, the strip mall is located within a prime area for convenience. Within any direction from the strip mall, there are large shopping complexes, also surrounded by extensive amounts of surface parking. The mall itself is small, but the parking lots act as a thoroughfare for cars in the shopping complex, once again stressing convenience over everything. Convenience is a quality of ease or accessibility. In the case of strip malls, convenience is how they are arranged within the larger context, easy to get in and get out, the parking lot being the biggest supporter of that. As the video portrays, there is a steady flow of people entering the strip mall and then promptly leaving. The strip mall, due to its form and minimal outreach to the community, also fosters that. Based on observation, the strip mall tenants are mainly that of chain restaurants, coffee shops, and commercial businesses. In most cases, as is often for strip malls, people will stop for one or two of the businesses that inhabit the mall. The immediate relationships that the St. Louis Park Mall exhibits are that of 5 possible outcomes: a commercial and commercial relationship, a food and coffee relationship, and relationships between the food, drink, and commercial, anchoring on the Jersey Mike subs, Caribou Coffee, and Brugger's Bagels. The form and organization of the building leaves little space for outdoor seating or congregation, creating an area of prompt business and convenience. The immediate building has a host of factors that are able to be engaged in order to address the issues of placelessness and identity. The first one being the size and variety of tenants. Creating a variety of available spaces within the building creates a potential opportunity for small and local businesses to occupy. The second one being the proximity and relationship with the neighboring businesses. Since the strip mall is placed within a large area of commerce, what can this area have that the other commercial spaces do not? What can we utilize from the surrounding area to further this idea? The third and last one being the signature amount of surface parking. How can we harness this extra space that the parking lot occupies? What would happen if the area of convenience switched from the car-dominated focus to a pedestrian-focused? Putting those factors into play, the strip mall can become a more engaging place. The interior of the strip mall can be reorganized to address the possibility for smaller and local businesses. The layout shown is not a final solution, but an option that removes the sole entrance to the businesses on one side and spreads it throughout the building. By appealing to both sides of the strip mall's context, it has the ability to create a central gathering space within this larger area of commerce. With the addition of a greenhouse structure to provide outdoor space at all times of the year, the structure is meant to be a non-permanent way to address the changeover that happens within the strip malls. By using the vast amount of parking that currently exists within the area, the strip mall has a focus that shifts from cars to people by removing the parking dedicated to the building and refocusing it for a public plaza space. That space is connected to the already existing public infrastructure system that is accessible to anyone in the area. Identity can be created in creating something new or something that is unfamiliar. By keeping elements of the strip mall intact, the one-story building, adjacent storefronts, and a sidewalk aspect to one side of the building itself is recognizable, but the relationship to its surrounding context is altered to suggest to people to stay and to linger, much different than your typical strip mall. Creating a space that reflects and serves its larger area is a small step to address the identity crisis happening within suburbs. Suburbs should reflect the people that occupy it, not a copy and paste.